It's Saturday, June 14th, 2025, and Minnesota is reeling from a horrifying act of violence that has left one state lawmaker and her husband dead, another lawmaker and his wife injured, and the entire Twin Cities metro area gripped by a massive manhunt. In the early hours of the morning, former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark were gunned down inside their Brooklyn Park home by a man posing as a police officer. Around the same time, Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette were shot at their residence in nearby Champlin. Authorities have identified the suspect as 57-year-old Vance Boelter, a former political appointee who once served on the State Workforce Development Board. According to law enforcement, Boelter was seen wearing black body armor over a blue shirt and pants, resembling tactical law enforcement gear. He is believed to be heavily armed and extremely dangerous, and officials warn he may continue to pose as a member of law enforcement. A statewide alert was issued as hundreds of officers from local police departments, sheriff's offices, and the FBI poured into neighborhoods, setting up roadblocks and urging residents to shelter in place. Although the lockdown in Brooklyn Park was lifted later in the day, the manhunt continues with urgency. Authorities recovered multiple AK-style firearms from the suspect's vehicle, and Boelter is thought to still be carrying a pistol. When police arrived at the Hortmans' home, they encountered a vehicle resembling a squad car and a man dressed as an officer. As officers approached, the suspect opened fire and, in the chaos, managed to retreat back into the house and escape. Investigators are also examining a disturbing cache of handwritten materials found in Boelter's possession, which reportedly included the names of several Minnesota lawmakers, most of whom have been vocal advocates for abortion rights. Flyers connected to the anti-Trump No Kings movement were also found, prompting the immediate cancellation of all planned demonstrations across the state for safety reasons. Melissa Hortman, 55, had long been a major figure in Minnesota politics, serving as House Speaker and, more recently, Speaker Emerita. She played a pivotal role in advancing abortion protections in the state, working to ensure Minnesota remained a refuge for women seeking care from states with more restrictive laws. Senator John Hoffman, 60, who chairs the Senate Human Services Committee, has been a leading figure in health and social policy. Governor Tim Walz addressed the state in an emotional news conference, calling the attacks politically motivated assassinations and urging all Minnesotans to stand united against violence rooted in ideology. President Donald Trump also issued a statement saying the FBI and Attorney General Pam Bondi would pursue justice to the fullest extent of the law and emphasized that such acts of violence have no place in the United States. The suspect, Vance Boelter, has a documented background in private security and claims experience as a contractor overseas. Records show that he and his wife operated a security firm called Praetorian Guard Security Services, which featured vehicles made to resemble law enforcement cruisers and employees dressed in tactical military-style gear. His known associations, the tactical planning of the attacks, and the politically charged writings found in his vehicle have only deepened fears that this was a deliberate and ideological assault on Minnesota's democratic institutions. Across the political spectrum, leaders have condemned the attacks. Minnesota House Speaker Lisa Demuth called the act pure evil, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has urged enhanced protection for Minnesota Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith, stating that condemning violence is not enough. We must also confront the toxic forces fueling it. These shootings come amid a disturbing national trend of escalating political violence. From the 2022 hammer attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband, to the 2024 attempted assassination of President Trump, and the 2020 plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, today's killings in Minnesota mark another flashpoint in the dangerous climate of political extremism. The investigation into Boelter's motives and connections remains ongoing. Authorities continue to ask the public to remain vigilant. If you see anyone matching Boelter's description or a suspicious vehicle resembling law enforcement, do not approach. Call 911 immediately. The state and the nation now watch and wait as law enforcement races against time to bring the suspect to justice and prevent any further tragedy.